Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. So I got called out, kinda, not really. Anyway, this guy right here, Rob, he posted this right here, and it's like, you know, $200 a month or a fill up a week. Anyway, it comes to like $10,000 a year, and to double check my math. And well, this is where he's coming from and why he posted that. Fuel efficiency is gold. When you go from a truck that's getting, say, 6 miles a gallon, like my Kenworth, to a truck that can get 8-9 miles to the gallon, we're talking a savings weekly of $170 to $220 a week. Crunch the numbers. You'll see for yourself. I did. That comes up to a lot of money, roughly $20,000 a year. That's a truck payment. That's, you know, it's a big difference. And I get it, guys. Listen, I didn't put a little more context to that. I've crunched a lot of numbers lately, and yeah, I should have put more context to that. So I put together a list, and my question is, can a new fuel efficient truck basically make your truck payment? Now, with that, what I'm saying here is, if you've got a 5 or a 6 mile to the gallon truck, if you can get 7-8 mile to the gallon truck, would that difference be enough to, say, make your truck payment? And the answer right here is yes. So let's crunch it down. And this is across the board at 120,000 miles per year. Just going with the average, it's 10,000 miles a month. And that's at $3.50 per gallon on fill-ups. And that's, again, that's an average. It's a plus or minus, depending on where you're at in the country, depending on if you got a fuel card or not. So for the sake of this video, 120,000 miles a year, based at $3.50 per gallon. So I'm going to try to say all this correct. And at the end of it, if I do say something wrong, I got a tendency to do that. I will flip this little around and let you see my numbers here. I'm a truck driver, not a number cruncher. I mean, I am a number cruncher, but I'm not a mathematician, so I could be wrong. So the numbers and data coming in at 5 miles to the gallon, that comes to 24,000 gallons a year. At $3.50, that's $84,000. Yikes. Baker, you got a 5 mile to the gallon, 5 miles per the gallon truck. You're spending over $80,000 a year. Nah, that's not right, because you don't run 120,000 miles a year, so you're exempt. 6 miles to the gallon comes to 20,000 gallons. At $3.50 a mile, that's $70,000. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. At 7 miles to the gallon average, 120,000 miles a year, you're going to spend or put 17,142 gallons in your truck. At $3.50 a mile, that comes to $60,000 flat. Now, 8 miles of the gallon for the unicorns out there, 15,000 gallons a year. At $3.50 a gallon, that comes to $52,500 a year. Now, the savings here is this. I know in my video I said 6 miles to the gallon to 8 miles to the gallon. But you can fill in the blank here. So I'm going to give you the extremes of what I've crunched here from 5 miles to the gallon truck to 8 miles to the gallon truck. And would it be feasible and worth it if you was to sell your older truck that's getting you anywhere from 4.5 miles a gallon to 5.5 miles a gallon? If you can get a more efficient truck and take on a truck payment, a bigger truck payment, would it be worth it in fuel savings? So from 5 miles to the gallon, and you bump up to 6 miles to the gallon truck, that's going to be a difference of $14,000 a year, or $1,166 per month savings. 7 miles to the gallon, that's going to be a savings of $24,000 a year, or $2,000 a month in savings. Now, on the unicorns, the 8 miles to the gallon, and I know people out there is getting 8.5 to 9.5, but I'll stop it right here. You can crunch the numbers based off this model here. 8 miles to the gallon is 15,000 gallons a year, and that comes to $52,500 in expense or cost, which is a difference of $31,500 a year. Yeah, in my original video I said 20,000. I was just kind of, like I said, I didn't put enough context to that, but it could be bigger than 20,000 a year. In this case, from 5 miles to the gallon to 8 miles to the gallon is $31,500 a year in savings. That's a big number. Or That's $2,625 a month savings. So if you was to do like I did and go take on a Peterbilt 579, whether it's Cummins, PACCAR, whatever, auto shift, 13-speed manual, I don't care. I bought that truck for $78,500. I put 10% down, which left me financing $70,000. My monthly payment on that thing is $1,165. So if I go from a 5 mile to the gallon truck to an 8 mile to the gallon truck, and it's saving me $2,600 a month, I'm actually paying 2 truck payments in fuel savings alone. So guys, it's really beneficial being a business owner, an entrepreneur. It's always about the bottom line. It's always about the numbers. It's always, the bottom line. What's the numbers leave at the end of the week? What's the numbers doing? Because I got a lot of buddies out there that's owner ops and carriers that's getting 5 miles to the gallon, and they can save a lot of money by just buying a truck. A lot of my buddies won't buy a truck because they're like, man, I don't want that truck payment. But proof is right here in the pudding. Proof is right there in the pudding. Zoom in on that, screenshot it, save it. The proof is in the pudding. If you're afraid of a truck payment or going in debt for another truck payment, just the fuel savings alone is actually going to make it make sense. So anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. I just want to crunch that and show you guys fuel efficiency trucks are really where it's at. And yeah, I'm saying that sitting in my W9, but I came up from Miami yesterday, drove up from Miami. I'm up here in Commerce, Georgia right now, sitting at the TA in Commerce, and I'm sitting on 7.4 miles of the gallon in this W9. And I went to my old school ways of driving just to see what I could do, and I got about 25 to 30,000 pounds in a box, and I was roughly cruising 60 miles an hour, 60, 61 on the pedal. On some flat land, I put it on the cruise just to test it out. And I was sitting there cruising around 12 to 1,300 RPMs, and I took a lot of you guys' advice and just seeing what I could do with a W9. Flat top. No flat top. Aero top. Close enough to a flat top. And still got over 7 miles a gallon in this truck. So I've got my boy Stoney. He's testing the tuning and tweaking away up at the 579. And last night when I was talking to him, he's sitting at 8.9 miles of the gallon. But he only had like 10,000 pounds in the box. So, and it started raining. So yeah, it messed it up. Anyway, we're dialing it in and tweaking it in. And I'll keep you updated on that. Actually, the other day we was comparing. I was trying to beat him. He was in a headwind coming south, and I only had like 20,000 pounds in the box, and I was getting like 7.1, 7.2, and he was sitting there around 7.8, and I was trying to catch him, but I just couldn't do it. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I put videos out on the regular, all things trucking. And remember, guys, stay away from this parking lot. This parking lot is insane. Anyways, see you. Bye. Jesus, people are crazy.